mm, 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 mm,
I'm gonna let you get your celebration in. I see you with your green on. I'm gonna let you celebrate. Go
mm.
ahead. I'm gonna let
Just
you
let me.
celebrate. I'm gonna
Just,
let you get a dance in for about 5 more seconds. All that bird stuff. I'm gonna let you get it in. I'm gonna let you get it in. You
I'm
know,
here. Season 4.
if y'all could see us in real life, like we're friends in real life.
In
So
real life.
like
In
I'm gonna
real
let
life.
her get her Eagles
She
celebration.
knows I love the Eagles. It was a great game.
And the entire family. Like I have to deal with all of them, from the littlest one to the oldest one.
They were so
Period.
hype. It was so cute watching them. I didn't go to the game. I had an opportunity to go, but I don't really do football in cold.
Oh,
I don't really do football in cold. So we
mhm.
watched it. Arthur went, but I watched at home
Did
with the
he
kids.
go? He
He
went.
was there. Yep.
Sorry,
Yep.
this really is the Doing the Doctorate podcast. We just gotta. I'm just letting Dr. O celebrate. I'm letting her get her Eagles celebration on. I mean, my nephew plays for Ravens. If you
Yes.
follow me, you know that we are still supporters of Bo Braid.
Yes. Two things can be true. I saw him on Friday. I saw him on
Did you
Friday.
really?
I did. And I said, I can't touch the enemy. He started laughing. I said, no, I hope you have a great game and I hope we win. So two things can be true.
All right. Well, you
Two
know.
things can be true.
All right. Well, two things can be true. This is the Doing the Doctor podcast. Good evening, everybody. Listen, this is the last show for season 4.
Crazy.
We have made it through 4 seasons, and we're getting even more comfortable now because we
Yes.
like coming in. We're not even sweating when we
No,
come
no.
in these days. But anyway, this is the last show for season 4 of the Doing the Doctorate podcast. We are here to support people who are coming in, getting through, going through, and getting out of their doctoral journey. And I am so excited. I'm Dr. Kesslin, host of the podcast and the PhD Consultants, owner of the PhD Consultants. I have loved season 4. In season 4, we were committed to providing content about each step of the journey. We wanted to provide you a roadmap for each step of the journey. But you all do know that I don't do this podcast by myself. I have literally my friend, my sister in Christ,
Yes.
and she's a crazy Eagles fan. But anyway, I do have my friend who is the founder of STEM Early LLC.
Yes.
She is the creator of GOTS, the
The
gospel
gospel.
according to STEM.
Yes.
The gospel according to STEM. And she is my doctor with the coolest name, Dr. O. Hey,
Hey. Oh.
hey.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh.
I forgot to say early educator
Early
extraordinaire,
education. All the
entrepreneur.
things. All the
Oh,
things.
all the things,
All the
all the
things.
things,
All the things. So
all the things. What's going on? Oh,
I
I
am.
dare ask,
Listen,
how
I
you
am
doing?
chilling. I feel good. I don't know about you, but we had a lot of people here for Thanksgiving. We do celebrate Thanksgiving. I know not everybody does, but we had a lot of family here.
Hmm.
And so it was nice today to come home and only be here with me and my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
I understand.
quiet. I let them just binge on technology.
Yeah.
And I took a nap.
Good for you.
Took a nap and I watched the game under the covers on my couch, and I
Good for
and I only got
you.
up to come in here to do the podcast.
I
So
understand. Good for
yeah,
you.
so
Good for you.
that's what I'm up
That
to.
that is not my testimony of the day, but it was still a good day. We actually did have a great Thanksgiving. I got to go home. I've been talking about going home. Home is Southern Virginia. It's a different pace. It's a different way
Mhm.
of life. It is the country. Everything is slow. So I've been talking about going home for quite some time, but I actually just took the time to go. I took work
Nice.
with me, but I got a chance to go home and spend time with my mom and dad, who are wonderful, and got a chance to see my aunts and my cousins and my uncles, and you know, and man, the food.
Yeah, Play well on the food.
Yeah, the food, man, the food was amazing. So it was good. It was a good week. It was a good week. It was a good week. Doc, I can't believe we are at the end of
It's
season
great.
4. And like each season, we've added a new episode. So this has been the longest one yet.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. So we usually start each podcast with a quote.
Mhm.
And so let me see if I can, because I'm doing 3 things. Let me see if I can woo, pull up the quote for the day. Doing the doctoral quote. It is not my quote. Usually I give my quote, but here is a quote that I think is so important and so good for us. Your doctoral journey isn't just about earning a degree. It's about discovering your strength, honoring your voice, and creating knowledge that leaves a legacy. Stay focused, stay resilient, and remember every step forward is a step closer to your dream. Let me read it again. This
Yeah.
is a good one to end our season 4, right? Oh, here we go.
It's good.
Your doctoral journey isn't just about earning a degree, it's about discovering your strength, honing and honoring your voice, and creating knowledge that leaves a legacy. Stay focused, stay resilient, and remember every step forward is a step closer to your dream.
Mm,
I love that quote to
that's good.
end our season 4. I always say the doctoral degree is not merely a degree of intelligence, because it's not. It's so much more than a degree. And unless you really understand and embrace the process, you really miss it. If you're getting into, well, that's not true. I was going to say, if you're getting into a doc program to get the degree, then you will be disillusioned. But yes, of course, you're getting in the program to get a degree. But if you leave with
Hmm.
only a degree,
Right.
then you've missed
Right.
so much of the journey, because it really is about discovering your own strength and honoring and honing your voice and creating knowledge that leaves a legacy. Your thoughts, Doc? Your thoughts?
That's
Sorry, I didn't provide it in advance, but
That's okay. That's a great quote to end the season. And what it makes me think of is it makes me think of all the seasons that we've had from
mm,
season 1, because we talked about in one of our seasons, we talked about creating and discovering new knowledge. In one of the seasons, we
yes,
talked about finding our voice. In
yes,
one of my favorite seasons, we spent the whole season talking about legacy. I think we
yes,
broke it down in an acronym form. We talked about legacy. And so I think what this quote is doing is really culminating not just season 4, but everything that we've done so far and everything that we've tried to do with this podcast.
yeah,
Right? It's not just about closing season 4. This is what we are been trying to do, and I think successfully, if I do say so myself, with this podcast based on the feedback that I've gotten from people. But just the journey and knowing that it is a journey and understanding
yes,
that when you're embarking on a journey, there are going to be ups, there are going to be downs, there are going to be highs, there are going to be lows. But the one thing we don't want you to do is to take this journey alone,
yes.
because it's really hard to discover your strength alone. It's hard to honor your voice alone, because sometimes we're finding our voice and then circumstances happen to try to silence you. Like
Yeah.
I'm in a situation right now, and it's like, oh, Dr. O, it sounds like they're trying to silence you. And if
Mm,
it wasn't for someone else to bounce what was going on off of, I might not be honoring my voice, creating knowledge and leaving a legacy. None of these things you can do on your own. It's a journey. It reminds me of what you say at the end of every
end of
podcast.
every podcast.
The end of every podcast. So it's a journey where we want you to do all of those things, but it is impossible to do those things alone. And we are just a
Mm,
resource here, one of the many
that's right.
resources. But please, please don't be like me and try to do it by yourself, because
Mm,
then you'll be in it for 12 plus years and you don't have to be.
absolutely, absolutely, man. So this is the end of season 4, but it's not the end of our podcast.
Right.
That's the end of season 4. We gonna take a. take a little self-care time, get our thoughts together, plan for the next season, season 5, which will start in January.
January.
I think we
Yeah,
start, yeah,
January.
with
Mhm.
January. And it's going to be, who knows? You know, we have some prayer. We really do commit this work to God.
Yeah,
Really, this is God's work
yeah,
for us. This is God's work, and helping to prepare people to do the work in the earth is a calling. It's a
it
calling, and
is.
so
It is.
I'm just honored to be able to do it with you. Oh, I'm honored to be able to do it with you. Really, really, really.
Thank you.
And thank you for those of you who are joining us tonight live. We have a birthday. I saw a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Hannah. Hey, Hannah. Happy
Happy
birthday, Hannah.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So we're
Yeah,
excited that you're here. We also have uh, Daphne. Hey, Daphne.
hey, in
Daphne, I
the
think
building.
Daphne said she's in Baltimore. I
Watching
think
from
I'm wrong.
Baltimore. Hey, hey.
Daphne, I'm sorry. Daphne, it was I'm sorry, Daphne. Our Ravens had a rough night, but it's
Rough
all right. We
night.
keep our heads up. We keep our heads up.
Keep your head
And
up.
then we have Marcia. Hey, Marcia.
From New York.
Marcia is joining us from New York. So, hey,
Nice.
Marcia. So good to have you here. Um, Please let us know if you are a doctor and you have your degree, your PhD, your EDD, your DBA, whatever your doctorate is
Whatever.
in. Please let us know what your doctorate is in. We actually use this forum as a way to encourage people. Some people who were like me didn't know you could get a doctorate in anything almost. I only thought doctors were physicians. I just didn't know. And so I use this platform to also inform people about what you can get your doctorate in. So if you have a doctoral degree, even if you're watching live or on the replay, please tell us where you're watching from and let us know what and where you got your doctoral degree in and where you got it from. All right.
Yes.
So currently doing a DPN.
Nice.
Hey, awesome,
Woo!
awesome, awesome, awesome. Very good. So this is wrap up. We have gone over only a few minutes most times. Who knows what tonight's gonna be? Doc, what did you think about season 4?
I loved it.
You loved
I
it.
loved it. My favorite. There's so many things we talked about, but my favorite thing that we talked about this season, and it's probably my favorite thing to talk about every season, and that's mindset. Because it literally almost everything rises and falls on what your mindset is
Yeah.
surrounding your journey, surrounding the doctor journey. So I really appreciated the episode where we talked about what our mindset is and mindset management. And we talked about instead of fighting against circumstances, fighting against the thoughts that manifested those circumstances.
Mm,
And I really pondered on that a lot after that episode because, could things be the way they are because of how you're thinking? And what's the one thing you can change when you can't change anything else? You can change how you see and think about a certain situation. So
mm,
it really it really is a big deal for mindset. You got to have mindset mastery, and you can't do it alone. And it's hard to manage your mindset when you come up against obstacles. People decide they don't want to be friends with you anymore because you can't hang out. You're
I actually had that experience in my doc
really,
program. Yep.
really, that's hard.
Yep.
That's really hard.
People couldn't understand why you can't be. I
Where
couldn't
can't
be
you
there
go?
like I'd been there before. And
You're always studying, and why are you doing it? Oh, and my favorite, and this will really mess you up, especially getting a doctorate in education or
mm,
EDD. Heard this often. What are you getting that for? It's not like you're gonna make more money.
mm,
What are you wasting your time for? You
yeah.
don't you don't need a PhD to do, because I would say, okay, well, what do you want to do? Well, this is what I want to do. You don't need a PhD to do that.
Right.
You're
Right.
just wasting your money. And enough negativity that you allow to filter into your space, it can really mess up your mindset. And I really believe mindset is what the wrong mindset is what made me take so long. I really believe
Mm,
that it
mm,
wasn't a matter of intelligence. It wasn't a matter of they don't like me, and all the other excuses. It was really my mindset, because once I set my mind that we're finishing this, I and I'm getting help, I was done in 2.5 years.
Yeah. Once
Once
you,
I made my mind up and said I'm doing this.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love
I hear you. I liked every week because I like the practicality of this season, right? I liked that we put meat on the bones. We gave people like the details of how to do certain things. Um, Gosh, it's hard for me. I was just looking through the list of
it. A lot.
man, we did a lot
We
this
did a
season.
lot.
Um,
It was a
I
lot.
liked how to make the most of your coursework
Mhm.
because that maybe more than anything else helps people to cut the time, right? Use your coursework to write your dissertation or your special
Oh yeah,
project.
that was good.
Man, I liked conferences. I liked the one on conferences. Going to the
Oh yeah, that was a good
That was
one.
a good one
That
too.
was really I wish I had that. Oh man, I didn't know about conferences until I finished.
Yep.
Like, I
And
wish I
now
had
you're
done.
like on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're on fire. Um, Man, I actually also I missed you, but I liked the one with Dr. Jones too.
Yes.
The one
Yes.
about
Tech
technology,
tools. Yes,
like
that
the
was good.
tech tools. Thank you, Dr. G. I know you're
Yes,
behind the scenes, but that was a good one
that
too.
was good.
Man, they were all good. Listen, they were all good. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little biased. We might be just a little bit biased, but I think they were good. It was a good season.
It was a really good season.
Who knows what next season's gonna hold? I don't know. But I do have a few tips for closing out because
Okay.
we actually walked you through the application, choosing your program, all the way to defending. So let me see if I can find some tips. I pulled them out. I didn't print them, old school, but I pulled them out for everybody. So let me give you the 10 tips. Like last week we talked about defending, and the week before we talked about defending. And now the question is, well, what do I do now? Right? I've defended
Mhm.
my dissertation, like my project, my capstone. What do I do now? The first thing I need you to do is celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate. Like this is you have done the work of a lifetime. Like celebrate. Even before you make corrections and you make edits and you celebrate. I have Dr. Valari Humphrey actually is having a big celebration in December. I know one of my former clients, Jocelyn Parker, she celebrated by getting married. She was like, I can't get married until I finish this thing. Okay.
Mm,
And so she did. So celebrate in a
right.
big or small way. Make sure you celebrate. Two, yeah, it's not over until you submit your revisions. All right. So if you're not like Dr. O and you have no revisions, uh, great. But if you have revisions, submit your revisions, review and submit your revisions, and do it as quickly as possible so you can say this really is done. Like upload it in ProQuest or whatever you decide to do, submit it and get it over. Submit your dissertation for publication. I have a workshop on how to get publications. Do you know that you can get at least 7 to 10 publications out of your dissertation easily? So submit. Let's talk about how you can transition your dissertation into publications, a book or books and or journal articles. So make sure you do that. Number 3, explore academic or professional publications. So yep, submit it in ProQuest, but also submit it for books or for journals. Important. Update your CV.
That was for me, y'all. That was a direct.
Hello. Hello. Update your CV. Update your LinkedIn profile. Update all of your profiles. You're a doctor now. Once they say doctor, you're a doctor. So update your CV, update your profiles. All right. Now I know this might not be for everybody. I would encourage you to get your academic regalia. Just go ahead if you haven't bought it already, and don't get the paper cheap kind. Okay. This, you probably will never go on this journey again. You never know when you're going to need it. It's like your wedding gown. There's some things that you only are supposed to purchase maybe once in life. Your academic regalia is that. So go ahead and invest, have this as a part of your celebration. Buy the regalia. Buy the regalia. All right. Network within your field. We talked about attending conferences and making connections. Make sure that you network in your field. Plan your career path. Hopefully, you would have done that with someone, with a coach
Mhm.
prior to graduating. But if you haven't, now is really the time to think about what's going to be next, right? And then embrace continuous learning. I will never forget my committee chairperson, Dr. Trisha Bent Goodley, on the day of my graduation. I walked across the stage. I saw her afterwards, after the celebration. She hooded me and we did all of that. And then I said to her, I'm finished. I am done. I am done. And she said, I'm going to let you have a moment of celebration,
Mhm.
but you're not done. This is only the beginning. I was like, ah. But in reality, she's right. So
Yeah.
now having the doctoral degree really says I have the skill set to do more, right? So I have the skill set to do more, to learn more, to be more, to give more, to serve more at a higher level. So continue doing, serving, and learning. And number 10, which is where I am in my career, and I know this is where you are in your career, Dr. O, give back to the doctoral community. Give back. It is not enough for you to have gained all that you've gained and not reach back and help somebody else. You know your struggles.
Yeah.
I got into doctoral coaching 10, 12 years ago because I did have struggles and I learned some things and I wanted to help other people along the way. Most of what I do, it's not for profit. It's I don't make money. I should, but I do it because this podcast is our way of giving back to support the doctoral community. So give back, give back, give back. So listen, last day of season 4. I just wanted to leave you 10 tips before we go off break for a month or so. Um, because it's not over.
Nope.
It's not over.
Nope.
Not your thoughts. Any
Yeah.
words of wisdom?
My only word of wisdom is commit to doing at least 3 of these in December. At least 3. And I
Mm,
think everybody that is watching us tonight and will be watching on the replay, you're in a place where you can do at least 3. Because
mhm.
even if you haven't completed it yet, some of y'all need to update that CV anyway.
Come on.
So,
I think I
and so
need to do
you
that
need
too.
to update your profiles and things like that. So, and I would say if the regalia is a financial hardship, think about that now and start saving for that now, because I completely agree that you should purchase it, you should have it, you should own it. I kind of view it like you said, like a wedding dress. This is a once in a lifetime thing, and less than what percent you said get there
Oh, less than 4% around the world.
around the world. So it's a big, 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 big deal. And
Yeah.
for sure, make sure that you give back. And you said something that I'm going to take with me as we move into this break season of break for some of us. And some of us, it's more conferences and more traveling. But you said, I have the skill set to do more at a higher level.
Hmm.
I thought that was really good. So it's not just about doing more, but actually doing more at a higher level and taking what you've learned and expanding that field of knowledge in whatever field you're in. And I think somebody on Facebook said expanding the field of knowledge in nursing. I can't remember
Yeah.
who said it because Dr. Jones took the comment away, but I was like, yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to expand the wealth of knowledge within our particular fields, and we do that by giving back and by being committed. So I think this podcast has taught me a lot, even after the fact. And there are things that I'm still learning, even though I'm out of the class process, but not out of the work. Because you'll never, like you said, they call it commencement for a reason.
Right.
You're never finished the actual work. And so
That's
I'm
right.
grateful for this podcast and the opportunity to continue to learn, because I think we should start off next season with the 7 ways to get your doctorate in publications.
Oh, listen. Okay.
Because I didn't
The
I only
season of
one.
publications.
I only know 1, 2. I didn't know there were more than that.
Oh my good. Oh man.
So I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for it too, because I didn't know. So I'm
At
continuously learning.
least 7 publications.
Yeah, I need to know that.
least. At least.
I need to know that.
Yes.
Because I don't
Okay.
know that.
All right,
Write that
remind
down.
me when we have our pre-planning meeting that we need to talk about publications.
Yep. Yep.
I actually have a training on that too. Like, how do you publish? What do you do now? How do you publish? Yep.
I need
Speaking
that.
of publishing, if you are interested, I said I was going to do it, then I said I wasn't, and then I said I was, because I need self-care, but yeah. I am having a writing intensive over the break. It's going to be a 2-week writing intensive. If you need support in writing and you need accountability and you need guidance over the winter break, you want to make the most of your winter break, shoot me an email, because I haven't set up to register yet. Dr. Kesslin at thephdconsultants.com. All right. Shoot me an email. I am going to make this available for you. It is a 2-week writing intensive. You want to make progress?
Yes.
You need support? I am here to help you with that. All right. There, I said it. Okay.
There it is.
So
Got it out.
we're gonna
It's
do it. I put
happening.
it out into the
Put it out there. Now it's got to happen.
The other thing is, this is our wrap up for season 4, but next Sunday at 8:00, there is going to be a special session for Speaking Up Together. Speaking Up Together is the group that we have for higher African American women, or women of color, actually, in higher education. And next week's topic is Put Some Respect on My Name.
Ooh.
And we're talking about the value, self-perceived value, and other perceived value of women of color in higher education. So put some respect on my name.
I love it.
So follow me at Dr. Kesslin everywhere, and you'll see those flyers. They're going to be posted. Also, Dr. C.S. Boatswain, Dr. Sidney Freeman Jr., we are in the Speaking Up Together space together. Yes. So, put some respect on my name. All right, put some respect on my name. Doc, what do you have coming up for the next 4, 5, 6 weeks?
I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be on the West Coast. I go to Atlanta this weekend to do some work there, and then I go to Washington State to do some work there, and then I go to San Diego to do some work there. That'll bring me home just before Christmas.
Are you? Well, I'll ask you that offline.
Yeah. So I'm doing some speaking. I'm doing the Head Start Family Engagement Conference. I'm doing some speaking to the Bellevue School District on belonging. There's a lot. December is packed for me.
You have never experienced Dr. O on stage doing her thing. You are missing out.
Oh, thank you.
You are cheating yourself. Like, wherever she is, you need to be there. She is a force to be reckoned with. She creates stuff out of nothing.
Out of nothing.
You might think it's trash, and she has somehow created a science fair project. Speaking of, it's science fair season.
Oh, yeah.
My kids are like, Mommy, I want to do this. That's called, oh, it's called Doctor. Can you help us figure out this science fair project, please?
Call me.
It's that season. I'm letting you know
It is the
now.
season.
We'll
It's
be
the
calling.
season.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm
So,
doing.
but yeah, go. So wherever she is, you need to follow her.
Come
You need
see
to
me.
go. Where can they follow you on
You
social
can
media?
find me everywhere you see at STEM Early. At
At
STEM Early. Yep. And then on
Early.
LinkedIn, it's Arinthia Harris, PhD.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, 8:35. We are 32. That's pretty good. Pretty
We
good
did
for us.
good.
Pretty
2
good
minutes.
for
We did good.
Oh, I'm just so thankful to be sharing this space with you. I
Thank
say
you.
that, but I truly I thank you, my friend.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks
My
for
sister
having me.
Black.
This was fun. This was
Absolutely,
fun.
absolutely. And listen, we might have a few special recordings, special lives over the break. Who
Maybe.
knows?
Maybe.
Who knows where we will be?
Who
Anyway,
knows? Who knows?
oh, let's see. So I put it in the chat. The thought for the night: your doctoral journey isn't just about earning a degree. It's about discovering your strength, honoring and honing your voice, and creating knowledge that leaves a legacy. Stay focused, stay resilient, and remember, every step forward is a step closer to your dream. All right,
Yes.
everybody.
So good.
Season 4 is, we can put a bow on it. It's a wrap
Peace.
on to season 5. Love you, Mom and Dad. Remember, the doctoral degree, it's not merely a degree of intelligence, it is a degree of persistence.
Persistence. Yep.
And we are here to help you persist.
Yep.
Why? Your research matters.
It
If
matters.
you need me, go to drkesslin.com/schedule. Set your free 30-minute consultation. Love you, Mom and Dad. We'll see you in season 5.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
y'all.